One of the problems about making a series like this is that when we are out in somewhere like the Sahara, it's difficult to get there. You're fortunate to be there. You spent quite a bit of money getting around there, so you film as much as you possibly can. And not all of it, of course, in the end, can fit into a series. And we shot many, many hours for what is going to be a 4-hour series. But the wonders of DVD is that we can show you and bore you rigid with things that actually didn't make the final cut. And here are some of the sequences which I would love to have seen in the series, but just didn't fit in very often because we had to move on, the balance of the programme. We couldn't have too much in one country, not so much in another. But I think they're all things that have value of their own. Fez, which is the old capital of Morocco, was a sort of place where we could have stayed for most of the programme. It's on our way, actually, through Morocco to the Sahara Desert. But it was so fascinating because it is really a still working medieval city. And among one of the things we filmed, which we couldn't use, was this wonderful market where the skins that make the leather that Fez is famous for are traded early in the morning. We went along to see these skins being brought out.
270 270 230 270 لا عنده 270 270
So what are they celebrating?
Well, they sort of saying English people are coming to make millions here, and we just so yeah, just anyway.
Really, the English people are coming. Get your cowhides out. Big spenders are here. Let's see what else is going on.
عندهم خبرة.
So there's some.
He's just asked me if you are English tanners and you are experts on hides, and I said yes.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't ask me any questions about that. Oh, I'm not very good on tanning. Look at that there. Wow, yeah. You see over here, I mean, there don't seem to be many trucks or vehicles collecting. There are people on donkeys and things like that.
Yeah. Because they are going to be taken to the Medina, and the Medina there's no vehicles. So the vehicle will stop here, and this is going to the Medina.
Oh, that's right.
Why, yeah.
Oh,
the Medina is the...
Yeah, so you couldn't get the cars through there, right, yeah. In Fez, we had I had a very good guide called Abdel Fattah, a wonderful man who's lived in England. He's actually did some designs for Mick Jagger's bathroom at one time. Sort of camera positions. No, only joking. Tiles and things like that. Anyway, lovely, very good English-speaking Moroccan and a craftsman. He went back to his house, and he is married to a lady called Naomi, and she has lived out in Morocco now for 3 or 4 years. She's of Suffolk farming stock, so very down to earth. And I was just interested to find out from her what it was like to readjust to being an Englishwoman living in a Moroccan city. And she gave us a very good interview.
He's one of 17 brothers and sisters, and I get on very well with them, and I like his sisters very much. So in that respect, life's easy. And because life here is very much a community thing, you're never on your own. You're always surrounded by family and friends, and there's always people around the table eating with you. And it's not like England at all. It's very different.
Do you find sometimes that you miss having a bit of a peace or time to yourself? Do you have private time here?
It's difficult, but yes, you have to make it. Sometimes I go up to the roof, and when I need to sort of release some, I go up there and have a quiet time on my own.
What have you found out about the way life's organised here, say, between husband and wife, and how different is it from England?
Well, it's very much two different worlds. The men have their world, the women have theirs. The women are at home, cooking, cleaning, looking after children. That's their role.
Do you think you'll ever become a sort of a Moroccan mentality?
I'm trying, because I think it would help me in accepting a lot of things. I think I've come so far, perhaps I can't go any further. Sometimes I think, will I ever accept that? And I think, no, I don't think I will. But to go back to what I was in England and how I was, that would be just as difficult now as well. I'm sort of between the two.
This was part of the sequence that we shot in the refugee camp of the Sahara. I still can't say the word, and actually in this interview you'll probably hear me try and say it. Sahrawi people. They're the people who have been exiled from their own country for 25 years. When we were interviewing around the camp, we met a lady called Metu, who I remember because she had the sort of Arab dress on over a pair of denim jeans and Doc Martens boots. She'd been educated part of the time in Wales, and we had a wonderful time talking about how you get from Llanllwch to Llandudno and other matters more relevant to Africa. And she was a delightful person to talk to.
So you've lived your life,
yes,
all your life,
all
as a
my
refugee.
life in a refugee, yeah.
Have you ever been to your country, or Western Sahara, I suppose?
Never. I haven't been in my country. I never seen my country. I don't know my country, what does look like. I hope one day to see my country.
What did your family do there? Where did they live?
My family, I live with my mother here, my grandmother as well, and part of my family, they live in occupied territories, in Lyon, the capital of Western Sahara.
And your father, do you still see your father?
My father is one of the Sahrawi people who was arrested in 1975.
He was arrested?
Yes. I mean, the prisoners, the Moroccan people arrested them in 1975.
Why did they arrest your father?
Because my father, he was fighting for his rights. Yeah.
He was fighting for the right of the Sahrawi.
Yes, for the Sahrawi people, and the Moroccan people arrested him with 100 people. With his friends, with some people.
And have you been in contact with him since?
No, I have no news about my father. I have no contact with my father. I don't know if he's alive, if he died.
It's terrible.
Yes, it was terrible, yeah.
One major sort of ingredient to any Sahara trip are, of course, camels. And very early on, sort of baptism of fire, I lived with people who ate camel most of the time. So sort of ate not only sort of bits of camel meat, but also camel livers, which I recommend you avoid, especially when they've been around for more than 4 days. They set me off a bit, diced camel liver. But anyway, I ate camel, I walked with camel, but this was my introduction to camel cheese. Nancy, Michael Palin, very pleased to meet you. Thank you for having us. You know, it's the first time I've actually had camel milk.
Right.
I've eaten all various bits of the camel in the last week.
Yes, well,
Kidneys
here's the
and
best part.
Right.
This is the
well,
best
give it a
part of
try.
it. This is the milk.
Yes, it's lovely. Now, how does this differ from cow's milk? Is it more nutritious or less nutritious?
It has the same nutrition but less fat, less sugar, and more minerals and vitamin C. It has a lot of vitamin C, actually, more than any other milk. So it's very good for you. It's very refreshing. It gives you a lot of strength.
Oh, good.
They say it's tonic for men. I don't know what that means.
Oh, tonic for men. I can't hear. Gin and tonic? No. So what else does it do? So it's just general, very good for the spirits, for the virility or whatever. They always say that when they sell anything,
they say
really.
for tomatoes, yes. And this is our camel cheese, which is the only one in the world you can have today, as of today.
Camel cheese first, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's quite mild. It's a bit sort of not as creamy as camembert.
Not
and
yet.
not quite as... Not yet.
Right.
No, we'll get creamy now. Not quite as tart as chèvre, but...
Yes. It goes creamy like a very nice French goat cheese. So this is, see here, you have all the explanations in English. It's, the camel is an extraordinary
I feel regeneration already. Better leave the shop. Dakar really stood out as a rather sophisticated cosmopolitan city, and we tried to get a flavour of Dakar. I went to a wrestling match, which is in the programme. We went to the slave island of Gorée, which is just off the coast. But they're absolutely wonderful designers there, and very beautiful women too. And we put the two together in an improvised model show. We had mannequins parading up and down a strange sort of catwalk, which was actually in a restaurant. It didn't work completely, but the dresses were smashing. The ladies were lovely, and I thought this is one of, I'm very sad to lose this, because I think it's one of the sexiest sequences in Sahara. Well, there wasn't an awful lot of sex.
Les pensées, oui. Les mots, c'est un peu plus difficile. Utiliser l'expression de la visage. Oui, oui. Yeah, yeah. To smile. Yeah.
When we went to Libya, which is a very difficult country to get into, very difficult to get permission to go there, one of the reasons we were able to film in Libya is that we attached ourselves to a reunion party of some veterans at Tobruk. They're all people who had fought in the Battle of Tobruk in 1940 and 41. It was the 60th anniversary and the last time a lot of these guys went back. And it's made a very nice sequence for the programme anyway. But there was more than we could use. And in particular, I just remember some wonderful shots of the graves themselves and the way they're beautifully kept by a Libyan gardener and his wife. In very difficult circumstances, very little water there, very hard to grow plants, but he keeps them absolutely immaculately. The other thing I remember was talking to some of the vets, and there was a wonderful man called Ray Ellis who was actually captured and taken back to a prison camp in Italy from which he escaped, and he's written a book about his experiences. And he just told a most wonderful story about his journey back to Italy.
I'm 81 now. I think this is probably my last trip, but you never know. We old desert rats, we seem to go on and on, don't we?
We know this is the last time we're going to come back. I've been back 3 times before, and we know this is going to be the last one. We've all reached the age where I'm afraid we can't expect to be come back again.
Also young, you know, 21, 20, and very often 20 means a bride of 19, and 19 means a bride of 17, perhaps. And we think now of them and their 80s, and one thinks of that.
Remember them. We will remember them.
I was taken prisoner at Knightsbridge, where all these men died, and then we were dragged across. I say dragged because it's too long and too horrible a story to relate at this time, all the way to Tripoli. And many men died on the way of dysentery and starvation and all sorts of things.
Were you marched through the desert, or were you in vehicles?
First we marched through the desert. We had to march for water, and many men died on the way. They didn't die of thirst. The Germans mercifully shot them as they fell to the floor. They dispatched them, so they didn't die of thirst. That wasn't being cruel, it was being kind. And then we were dragged all the way to Tripoli, and then we went across to Naples on a cargo ship in the bottom of the hold, battened down, praying. The most frightening journey I've ever made in my life, that we weren't sunk by the RAF or the Navy, our Navy. And then we got to Naples. We take to a town called Capua, which is near Naples, and we were a dirty, lousy, filthy, unshaven, thin, begrimed group of men. And in this way they marched us through the streets, and it was propaganda saying, look, this is the British Army. And the population were jeering and mocking, and I hated them. I was full of hatred. And then at that time something happened which has lived with me all my life. A girl came from the back of the crowd and ran and put a peach in my hand. It was fantastic. And all of my life afterwards, when things have been very bad, I've always thought, somewhere there's a girl with a peach, someone with another idea, another thought, who isn't following the general trend. And as I say, that girl with the peach has lived with me all my life.
And there are Libyans buried here, I think, in this cemetery, is that right?
4. I always take a poppy to them. The Libyan grave doesn't say rest in peace, it says he is forgiven.
The graveyards here are perfectly maintained, they're absolutely immaculate, and they're maintained by a Libyan. Can you tell me a bit about him?
His name is Haji Muhammad, because he has made the Hajj to Mecca. And he's the father of these. He calls them his boys. And I've heard him say to a grieving daughter, don't worry, I'll look after your dad. In Arabic, of course.
Libya is quite a strange country to be in. Not that people aren't friendly, but it's very difficult to find them. It is a huge country with a population about the size of Greater London. So we went through towns that seemed almost deserted. And to add to that, some of the most beautiful places in and around Libya are the old classical Greek and Roman sites. And there's a place called Leptis Magna, which is just a wonderfully preserved major Roman city. And I think it's probably well preserved because very few people visit it. But it's, we were there and it was silent most of the time. And suddenly some children poured into the amphitheatre where we were filming and all sat in rows and began to sing. I wasn't quite sure what it was all about, but it was wonderful to suddenly have these dry, dead stones come to life through the Libyan school children.
All right, yeah. These have come from right, yeah. Yeah. They've just walked in from the bush, he said. Yeah. Yeah, just the cure salé.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. You go this way? So much choice. They've suddenly got here so much choice. It's kind of bewildering after what they had at home, where they were just exist if they didn't have millet, they just have milk, you know. So here it must be quite dazzling in this strange wrap. We have to find out what that is. They're basically selling noise, I think. Quelle viande? Des moutons. Des moutons. Ah oui, oui. Rice. It's good sort of fuel, this. It's not what I'd normally have for breakfast, but, you know, for whatever it is, 12 to 15 hours of walking, probably be the only meal I'll have for about another 8 or 9 hours. Hence the chomping. It's a camel-like chomping, I think. Chamelier. Quite so thick and coarse and quite a bit of sand in this.
One 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Am I have your destination? Hasima Saud or Algiers?
Algiers.
Yes, copied.
It will last tens of years.
Tens of years, right.
Yeah. It's very long.
Yeah.
We can speak easily for 100 years, easily.
Yeah. And it's amazing to be here. It's like the sort of, you know, the lungs of the country.
It's
all this
amazing. That's why we are
gas
here.
pumping out. Is any of this going to Great Britain?
Sorry?
Is any of this going to the United Kingdom or not?
United Kingdom, not through this pipeline.
Not through that, no.
No, in gas.
Just when I could send a message, you know, to our gas cooker.
Okay, you can go there.
About a month's time, coming through.
You can even go inside. We have a 48 inches pipeline.
All right, I'll go.
Yeah,
I could go through.
It's a very close way to go.
Well, those are some of the big moments and the larger scenes that never made it to the final series. But there are lots more little moments which never made it either. And I do regret that a lot of them aren't there. But Alex, our genius editor, has put a few together.
Bishop, my friend.
Can we show this?
Thank you very much, Bishop, my friend. Come to church. My, very good. Very happy. You know, chaplain, this one from America, Gregory. 4 years been here. A service. Thank you very much. After the service, Tommy, Mustafa, goodbye. Thank you very much. Remember my name. Been here. Can you speak?
Yes, Reverend John Hind on the first visit to Tangier, Palm Sunday 1995. Mustafa Chergi.
Thank you very much.
Chergi Sexton.
Yes, thank you very much.
Photo by Lancelot Taylor Church.
Thank you very much.
Splendid.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, me.
Yeah.
Picture.
That's you. There you are.
Yes, thank you.
A little bit younger. Then.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, I change. Thank you
very hard. The chaplains come and go, but Mustafa goes on forever.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's okay. That just
It's
got
okay?
blast right across my face.
Oh, it's okay.
That's okay. I know how you feel now. Well, it worked. I think I preferred it when it wasn't working. You all right?
Yes,
You're okay.
yeah.
I got that right across the face. It's okay. Yeah. Should have kept the spectacles on. Yeah. It's okay. I can still wink. No, it's all right.
It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah. Just take a little bit of the shrapnel out there. Ah, get rid of the wrinkles. Yeah, that's all right. A bullet hell's rather nice and cosmetic here.
Yeah. So you have medicine? You don't have medicine?
Okay. No.
Medicine, yeah.
I think it's okay. Is it here in the
No,
horizon?
it's not.
No, it's not problem.
No. It's not in my eyes.
It's only.
No,
It's
no.
not in your
Okay.
eyes. Not in my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Bon, c'est bon, oui. C'est bien. I want to buck the trend, to reverse the process, to go back and see where people have come from, not where they're going to. I want to go back to see where people came from, not where they're going to. I want to escape Europe. Well, beyond those mountains today is the Sahara Desert, which is about 3,000 miles across. I just ran out of things to say. But I want to reverse the trend, go the other way. I want to go, buck the trend. Throughout recent history, people have wanted to leave the desert. From the Arabs who escaped the desert, I'm sorry. Throughout recent history, people have tried to escape the desert. From the Arabs who first came here 13 centuries ago, to thousands of Africans who tried to risk their lives. But I want to reverse the trend. I want to go back. But I want to reverse the process, buck the trend. I'm more interested not in where people have come from. I'm standing on top of the Rock of Gibraltar. 15 miles across the water there are the mountains of Morocco. That mountain you can see in Africa, and this mountain here were known to the Greeks and the Romans as the Pillars of Hercules. They were the end of the known civilized world. Beyond that, complete darkness. Well, beyond those mountains there, less than 300 miles from where I'm standing now, is the Sahara Desert, as unexplored a place as anywhere in the world today. And that's where my new journey is taking me. And I'm so excited, I wet myself.